Secret Life of Pets 2 is directed by Renaud, and it brings us back into following the life of Max, a dog living in New York City who has now overcome the difficulties of having a new dog in his house. But now, as with every sequel, a new challenge must arise for our character, and so his owner has a baby, which brings a lot of new challenges, or so you think, because the challenges that come with having a baby in the family are just the beginning of this film. And it's done with a voiceover, just like that. Okay, so I wasn't a fan of The Secret Life of Pets back in 2016 as much as I am a dog person, an animal person. And I was not excited for the sequel, unfortunately, because the trailers did get me. They showed clips and highlights of what pets actually may do when humans are not looking. But I remember that that was exactly the thing that happened to me when the first trailer for the first film came around. And it's all fine and dandy, but they're just highlights. I can tell you that this film is beautifully animated. And it is charming. It is adorable because they're pets, despite being animated. The animation does look incredible. The colors, the movements of the characters, the furs on the dogs, they're just beautifully rendered to almost come to life. That's the one thing people can never throw against Illumination, is the animation. Unfortunately, the typical nonsensical hijinks and shenanigans that you saw in the first film and that you know isn't The Secret Life of Pets, it's again in this film. Look, this film, again, it's better than the first one by a little bit, which is not saying much. This film is high energy, frenetic, doesn't stop for 1 second. This film is doing so much at the same time, so little. There are 3 storylines happening at the same time. There's a storyline with Max, who goes to a farm and learns how not to be afraid. Then there's the storyline with Snowball and a new dog named Daisy, voiced by Tiffany Haddish, who go and try to rescue a tiger from a circus. And then there's the third storyline with Gidget trying to save a bee toy that Max asked for her to keep safe, and she's trying to save it because it's falling into this apartment that is filled with like 100 cats, if not more. So while there are 3 storylines in an 86-minute film, and while they create this illusion by intercutting them, they make it feel like a lot is happening, but actually it really isn't. The film at the beginning kind of feels like it's going for this message of Max trying to protect this baby boy, and it kind of creates a parallel with the struggles that parents go through. So it's a really heartwarming message that I was really excited to see. But the film immediately forgets that, and that doesn't come back until the very end. In fact, it's not until the end, it's until one key moment, but even after that key moment, the film completely forgets about it again. The voice work is fine. There's nothing to point to except that maybe Tiffany Haddish doesn't fit her character. Even the character voiced by Harrison Ford, it's Harrison Ford. He's not playing a character. I think they wrote this character to be Harrison Ford. So if Harrison Ford had not accepted to take on the role, they would have been pretty screwed, actually. This story is so over the top, and at the same time it feels like they don't go over the top enough. It's overstuffed and overblown, but when you think about it, there was so little happening. So many characters that we met in the last film have so little to do. And again, it's adorable. I didn't mind watching this film. I'm glad I watched it this once. And I think most people and kids are going to adore this film. Kids are going to freaking love this film. They will not get enough of this. I'm not going to tell you this film is horrible. It's not. There are some jokes that do work. Actually, some jokes that do really work. But when you get to a film and it shows that it's going for something, but then immediately forgets about it and goes frigging nuts, it almost feels like it's a kid. This film is a kid. It has something to do, but it's distracted by something and immediately goes into this high-octane energy kind of mentality and completely does whatever he wants to do, with no sense or order. It's a bunch of sketches and shticks repeated all over again. It's like the Minions. It's the same joke repeated over and over again, and they don't really have this notion that there is too much of a good thing. So even jokes that work at the beginning, when they repeat it, they kind of start to feel not so funny anymore. It's the law of diminishing returns. Once you repeat the same good thing over and over and over and over again, it starts not being as good. The Secret Life of Pets 2, it's the rare sequel that is better than the original, and while it held some promise at the beginning, it completely squanders it by being distracted by a ball, like an animal. There are so many comparisons I can make this movie to. I'm giving The Secret Life of Pets 2 a C-. Guys, what did you think of The Secret Life of Pets 2? Did you like it more than the original? Not as much? Did you like the original? And did you love this one? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. You guys are the best. I still need to give my reviews for the CW Arrowverse shows, and I will. Thank you so much for watching. You guys are the best. So until the next review, stay beautiful, stay geeky, and if you haven't done so yet, click the subscribe button, click the bell, so we can be geeky unite!